Welcome back, YouTubers, to our live Super Smackdown review with us, that duo, the British duo with the British Fist.
Gotcha!
How could anyone forget that catchy name? Thank you, Tasteless Tony T. I am Mr. Parkin, sporting my Michael Jordan Washington Wizards basketball jersey. And this guy today, he doesn't need no jersey to stand out. It's none other than NJ.
What's up?
Of course, NJ sitting next to me there, guys. Subscribe above, like this video. Make sure you comment your thoughts on this Smackdown down in the comment section below. Live, of course, on this Tuesday.
And make sure you contact us in the link in the description box below.
Yes, indeed. A couple of things to get out of the way before we go into this review. Firstly, our Q&A, which is usually uploaded today, will be uploaded on Friday, so make sure you check that out. WrestleMania 18 will be uploaded tomorrow as part of our WrestleMania review series, so look forward to that. Rock versus Hogan. I enjoyed talking about that match, NJ. Any more thoughts before we go on to this show?
So the schedule's a bit different, but all I can say is that watch out for our WrestleMania review. It'll be really good, and so will our Q&A.
Yes, indeed. I don't know whether it's just the fact that it's the third night in a row of us watching WWE programming, Elimination Chamber, Raw, or SmackDown, but this SmackDown today was really sleep-inducing, in my opinion. It just felt it was just really boring, and I don't know whether it's just the fact that it's the third night in a row we've had to stay up late, or whether it's just the actual show itself, but it was really boring today, and it seemed very last-minute written in some parts of the show.
Well, in my personal opinion, from insomnia, I'm used to staying up, but the thing about this is that the actual show was bad.
Okay, so it wasn't just the fact we've been up for 3 nights.
Oh, no.
Okay, well, if you're sure about it, then I'm damn fine sure. So, we open today's live Super Smackdown, or tonight's, with Daniel Bryan, the World Heavyweight Champion, who comes out with AJ Lee, who, by the way, was looking hot! That's all I can say about that. AJ's looking hot. That's really all I can say about the opener.
The opener, again, we come out with Daniel Bryan, and the fact it's kind of AJ, I was thinking, okay, normally when he comes out on his own, there's a chance that he could be injured because he's on his own, concentrating on what he needs to. With AJ, I just thought, okay, this could turn to be a lovely jubbly thing, but we'll get to it. Yeah,
he's actually drawing some heat now. The SmackDown, it was a live SmackDown, so he is actually drawing some legitimate heat now, which he didn't do when he first won the title. So that's a positive sign for Daniel Bryan. He is actually drawing some heat. He comes out talking about no one believed that he would go to WrestleMania. Of course, why would we with the booking he got? And that Santino was channeling his inner Rocky, and now he is a role model rather than Rocky Balboa, who was never a role model for anyone. Apart from, every underdog out there, really.
Again, with him coming out saying this, yes, he started off with Santino, because Santino is the wrestler that has had the most effect on Daniel Bryan over the last, obviously, the Chamber, the Raw, and now this. So it was good that he started off with him, but then he had to get to the point.
Yeah, I mean, you've got the whole point. Well, to be honest, I was more interested in the CM Punk chants that were going on in this opening promo. It wasn't necessarily a bad promo. We had Sheamus coming out. Well, Daniel Bryan said he will now ruin Sheamus's moment at WrestleMania because last year their moment was ruined because it was a dark match that turned into Carly winning. It's very interesting that is going to be the main event of SmackDown now, isn't it? What was last year? A dark match is now SmackDown's main event. That's all I could say. We get Miz interfering, which is a bit strange, wasn't it? I didn't expect to see Miz on the show tonight, but he says that he's behind Daniel Bryan, and he nurtured and mentored him, and he knew that he would be a World Heavyweight Champion. So you got The Miz, the guy who probably hated Daniel Bryan the most, sucking up to Daniel Bryan.
The thing is, when Miz came down, the first thing I thought is, okay, this is not actually a part of SmackDown. You're not actually a part of the feud. I think it was just Miz wanting to get on TV, have some involvement. But again, at first I just thought, this just really weren't needed for the show.
We did find out later that it would link into the next match. You get outcome Sheamus coming out, so you got Sheamus and the World Heavyweight Champion calling Daniel Bryan a coward. And all I can say now is Miz has endorsed Daniel Bryan. Now it's time for Michael Cole to endorse Daniel Bryan. That's all I can say now.
What I'm going to say about the opener, with Sheamus coming out, I like the Sheamus and Daniel Bryan competition. That needs to start happening now. Get them two in the ring. The Miz thing, yes, as we find out, it follows the next match, but it was just a bit, you didn't need to come out to Daniel Bryan. It just didn't feel that he should be in the opening segment, but there we go.
We got the little tease of Daniel Bryan and Sheamus when Daniel Bryan slaps him and he walks out, and then Sheamus cleans house on Miz, which kind of sets up the next match, which we didn't really know was announced because of the adverts we got here. We kind of got to this match when it was in progress. It wasn't a bad match between the two. It went about 5.5 minutes plus the time during the adverts. It wasn't a bad match. Sheamus wins are pretty much what is essentially a filler match just to get Sheamus looking strong. At least they got some time and they worked it pretty well.
Again, with Miz, who's had a title reign in the past, he's been built up as this top wrestler. him to have a win against Sheamus, or Sheamus get the win over
Yeah.
Miz, it was a good win. The match, again, for an opener, it was pretty good length between two wrestlers, so I weren't too bothered by it. All I can say is that Sheamus has got a win over the Miz, and it was a good opening match for this SmackDown.
Do you remember a couple of months ago when Sheamus beat beat Miz in 3 minutes? Well, now he's doing it in about 7 minutes, so there we go. It's interesting now that Miz hasn't won a match on TV since December. I wonder what they got planned for him going into WrestleMania, if they have any plans. Are they just going to shove him into Money in the Bank or something?
Because we had Sheamus pointing out that he hadn't got a match. Why is he out here trying to get involved?
Yep.
But the fact is, I'm pretty sure that Miz is going to have, the fact that he's not injured, he's going to have some involvement at WrestleMania.
He needs to. I would have thought his feud with R-Truth would have been a good thing to forward onto Mania, but it doesn't look like they're going down that route, as we got in the next segment after this backstage segment first. Laurinaitis interrupts Teddy Long with Axana while they're doing their usual flirting thing, which we usually skip when we watch SmackDown on YouTube. Couldn't skip it tonight, though, because it was live. And, this interaction between Laurinaitis and Long, I must admit, is quite entertaining. I find the interaction quite entertaining. Like, Teddy Long saying, "Oh, Laurinaitis has got his office," and making fun of David Otunga. We find out that we're going to get David Otunga versus Ziggy Jackson later tonight. Again, just after we had it last night.
The two things I want to say about this is that one, on the internet, Zeke requested this match to go against Otunga, so okay, we're going to eventually get that. The segment between Laurinaitis and Teddy Long, again, we've said before, it's probably hyping up something. So all the segments they can fit in between now and Mania is pretty much needed for this feud they have.
Yeah, we'd find out that the show would pretty much revolve around this feud. The GM's going at it. Oh god, here we go. This kind of reminds me of McMahon and Trump, but there we go. Next we get a tag match. Kofi and Truth are now a new tag team in WWE versus Ziggler and Swagger, or Swagler, or Zigzag, or whatever the hell you want to call that tag team. Really seemed, it was 2.5 minutes. Just Ziggler gets the win on Kofi. Felt rather pointless, really. Just probably a way to get them all on SmackDown, I guess.
The way I see this match, again, it's just how I feel that with Kofi and Truth possibly being a future tag team, I was thinking maybe they should have got a win over Swagger. Ziggler's still looking strong, yet keep that.
Yep.
He should have got a pin over Swagger, who's pretty much bound.
Who knows who's booking this? We don't know.
Again, I'm not saying the right team won. The match itself, short and just not really the best match in my opinion.
The best bit of this match was Vicky Guerrero falling over. That was a great moment. Vicky Guerrero falling over. That had me laughing the fuck out. One of a couple of moments tonight that had me marking the fuck out. Vicky Guerrero falling over and going, good shit. Ron Simmons Hall of Fame video package. We saw it on Raw. We get to see it again tonight. We love Ron Simmons, but why do we have to have these video packages playing again? Typing up the Hall of Fame, I guess.
And with that being a big thing about WrestleMania, the night before WrestleMania, I guess they're going to have to replay it again until the next Hall of Fame inductee.
Why are CM Punk and Chris Brown having a Twitter feud? WWE really crying out for some mainstream attention here, aren't they? Like, CM Punk and Chris Brown are now on a feud on Twitter. I wish WWE would quit with this Twitter shit.
All the Twitter views, they're not actually a part of the actual show. So for the fact that he's going up to Chris Brown, yeah, people were talking about it.
What the fuck is Chris Brown?
It was all over social media, but it just weren't needed for this SmackDown, and it took up that bit of time there.
So you know what else wasn't needed on this SmackDown? Great Khali versus Drew McIntyre. What the fuck? What the fuck is going on? Okay, this match goes 30 seconds. I just have one thing to say, WWE. You put this match out there. Who is going to do more for your company? Is it A, Great Khali, or B, Drew McIntyre, a 26-year-old budding young superstar? You vote your thoughts down in that comment section below. A, Khali, or B, Drew McIntyre. Who's going to do more for WWE?
Please share your thoughts, but the thing I want to say about this is that they went through the whole Drew McIntyre last chance thing. The last chances seem to be stretched now.
Last chance.
That's what's going on. Drew McIntyre is surviving in the WWE, but this match, again, yes, they're building up to Khali for absolutely nothing, when Drew McIntyre should be the one they should be concentrating on.
Why are they having Khali go? Oh god, man, let's just move on. Our main event. Mark Henry versus Big Show, which was the SmackDown main event of many pay-per-views. We get a pre-match interview with Big Show saying he wants to crush Cody Rhodes' neck. That ain't gonna happen, brother. His neck is made of solid gold from that Intercontinental belt. And I'm just thinking, from this segment, are we seeing a WrestleMania match between Big Show and Cody Rhodes, possibly?
Well, the sad thing is, I was seeing a possible match tonight between Big Show and Cody Rhodes.
For Mania.
And then Mania will probably have, like we said, the whole rumor of Shaq and Big Show, so like that. But the fact that they're probably changing that now, and it looks like we're going to have The Big Show and Mark Henry tonight, and they're going to gradually build up to Show and Cody at WrestleMania.
Big Show versus Mark Henry. It kind of does seem at the moment that Mark Henry is kind of working hurt because he wants to get his WrestleMania payday, which is totally understandable. He wasn't involved with Elimination Chamber. All of a sudden, he's involved on Raw and SmackDown, which is something you quipped to me during the show. The match wasn't that bad, but the whole thing with Cody Rhodes was awesome, I thought.
Because the thing about this is, one, Elimination Chamber could have done with Mark Henry so that many times, and the fact that they didn't use him, but they're using him 2 nights in a row, and the second night being against a big guy like Big Show, it's kind of made me think you could have had him in the Elimination Chamber. But this match itself, again, it was a match we've seen many times before. With the SmackDown roster not being great, I guess they had to do this match.
But during this match, we had what I thought was the highlight of the night. And it wasn't just because I'm a Cody Rhodes mark. This was my legitimate highlight of the night. We had Cody Rhodes coming out and presenting another embarrassing Big Show WrestleMania moment. Oh, this was fucking good shit. They showed Big Show versus Akabono. You have Cody Rhodes saying, oh, not another Big Show chokeslam at WrestleMania. Oh, no, this ain't going to happen. Oh, God, this was gold. This is why I love Cody Rhodes. This was fucking gold. The way they presented this. And, you know, it kind of shows me the effort they put into this, that they probably are going to do a Cody Rhodes Big Show feud. Highlight of the fucking night.
Well, the way I see this match, again, the fact that Cody Rhodes got involved, it's making me think that, obviously, they're really building up something here. Yes, it's going to take a few more weeks to actually build up to the actual point at WrestleMania. But the way they did this, the only problem I had with it is they did the Cody Rhodes thing perfectly, but Mark Henry did not manage to pick up the win, so the whole screw thing didn't really work out. That's the only disappointment I had with this part.
Yeah, apparently Big Show loves to just knock guys out and just walk out the ring. That's apparently the way he goes about business. He doesn't care about pinfalls. The match never officially ended, did it, really?
No, Mark Henry should have picked up the win, in my opinion, but again, the way it came up to that part, I liked.
Yeah, the Cody Rhodes stuff was really good, just to show the match. The match was decent as well, it's just the ending, no conclusive ending, but there we go. We got a Raw rebound of the footage of Triple H and Taker's segment from last night. This really didn't hurt. This really didn't help our viewing of the show, did it?
Yes, it's the biggest thing. That's probably one of the biggest things going on Raw. But the fact is, so they could have shortened it for this SmackDown. But the fact it went on for a bit too long, it just really stopped the flow coming up towards the main event.
Or just got fucking rid of it. But there we go. Ezekiel Jackson. Oh, no, hold on a minute. We had Teddy Long coming out dancing, and then John Laurinaitis tries to dance as well. Was it me, or was John Laurinaitis' dance more entertaining than Teddy Long's dance? Again, you guys vote down below. Which was more entertaining? Teddy Long can dance. He can dance, player. But John Laurinaitis, he's got the white guy moves going down, that boy.
Where I see this is that obviously with Theodore Long, he's had the moves obviously on his side for a while. So the fact that obviously Laurinaitis is coming out and teasing the whole copying Theodore Long, that's adding more to between the two. Yes,
we had a lot of segments throughout the night which hyped this feud, so it does seem like this is going to be a big deal coming into main. Who would have thought Johnny Ace would be one of the main focuses going into WrestleMania? But the match itself went about 1.5 minutes. It was pretty much the same match we saw on Raw. Otunga winning in 1.5 minutes.
Sad thing is, I look at this, and yes, it's 2 points to Laurinaitis, none to Teddy. But I look at this and think, Otunga, he weren't the greatest in his tag team or in Nexus, and the fact you try to make him a big deal now, it's kind of a bad moment here. Zeke should have been obviously the bigger guy, could have knocked him out on that, but they gave Otunga another win. Just making me think, are they really having these ideas to give Otunga a build-up to something stupid?
I'll say this though, he is John Laurinaitis is a guy that gets a lot of heat, so why not associate an Otunga with a John Laurinaitis in that way and maybe try and do something with him. But the thing, I didn't find this segment that interesting, and it was purely because we had no John Laurinaitis or Teddy Long face-off. If we had a Teddy Long or John Laurinaitis face-off, this segment would have been a total A+, but we never saw it. We just saw the match, and it kind of sucked. It was too short. We got a video package of Eve's actions and Cena. How much filler was on this show?
This filler was absolutely awful. This is a segment of Raw that obviously me personally did not like. So the fact that we're replaying it again, it's not giving SmackDown, the live SmackDown, the SmackDown that people tuning in to watch, a good feeling.
It doesn't make it. It makes it seem more like a show that's just trying to continue stories from the A show, which kind of makes it seem very minor. We'd already seen it, so who gives a shit? I personally, we went and got drinks and crisps during that time. So the main event of the evening, CM Punk versus Daniel Bryan. I was kind of looking forward to this match, champion versus champion. The whole reason I was looking forward to this was because they seemed to give it a lot of time, didn't they? They got from half an hour onwards, even though some of the adverts were quite long during this match. They went on from half an hour onwards up until 3 o'clock. So we knew that something was going to happen other than the match, and we kind of got that, didn't we? I mean, the beginning bit, we had Daniel Bryan and CM Punk going at it for about 10 minutes. Bryan focused on the arm, and then Sheamus rolls Daniel Bryan in the ring to allow CM Punk to get the win about 10 minutes in. But Johnny Ace is coming out, and he said the match has to restart because that was an unfair victory for CM Punk.
Again, the first part of the match, again, these two could put on a great match, and that's what they did. The Sheamus involvement, I think, was good, because obviously that's adding more to the Sheamus and Daniel Bryan thing.
Yeah.
And the win there, giving Punk the win, that was kind of a surprise, because we thought it was going to be an unclean finish, something like that. But, again, the way it led up to there, it was nicely done. But
Johnny Ace putting his stake up for GM of Raw and SmackDown. I don't know, I'm kind of siding on Johnny Ace's side on this one, if I'm honest. Thanks to Sky Sports, though, we missed the finish of the second fall that we got at 14 minutes. Teddy Long comes out and announces the match will restart again. This match was good. Why did they? I know they're trying to intensify this feud, but God, this is just overkill, in my opinion.
But you've got the two big wrestlers of CM Punk and Daniel Bryan in a match. Yes, it was a good match. They could have kept on doing these little cuts, but the fact they did it mainly not for the match itself, it was more for the hype of Laurinaitis and Teddy Long. It kind of took away what we were expecting to see in such a great match.
Yes, I mean it was still a good match. It was just really ruined a tad bit by the booking of Laurinaitis and Teddy Long. I will say this though, match ends in a double pin, so no one technically has to do a job. Some people may say I'm conclusive. I say no one technically needs to do a job, which is what needs to happen in these kind of matches. But goddamn, the John Laurinaitis and Teddy Long face-off. Oh my god, I was marking out for this. This was fucking awesome. I loved this face-off. It was just brilliant.
Double pin. I was expecting the match to restart for the third time, but the fact it didn't, and it just came up to the copyright with the whole Laurinaitis and Teddy Long thing in the ring. Again, they're really showing you that there's going to be something here in the next couple of weeks leading to Mania. So I think the way they've done this, yes, it could have finished with CM Punk, Daniel Bryan instead of the GMs, but again, it's adding a storyline that we're going to be getting towards WrestleMania.
Daniel Bryan won the match.
No, CM Punk won the match.
No, CM Punk. Daniel Bryan. I botched, sorry. Daniel Bryan won the match.
Punk.
World Heavyweight Champion won the match.
WWE Champion won the match.
Hey guys, get out of my ring now. I'm John Laurinaitis. Oh no, you're Teddy Long. No, that's not fair.
Yeah.
I botched again. Yeah, that's pretty much how boring that was. But it was still entertaining. So yeah, I don't know. What did you think of this SmackDown entry? It was boring, wasn't it? God damn. I mean, I tried to stay positive and really entertaining throughout this show because I know that show was boring. I want to give people an entertaining review. But it was very boring, wasn't it?
When it comes to Raw, obviously they had things going up to WrestleMania. With this, the opener, the whole Sheamus and Daniel Bryan, the whole the GM thing. There was things going that led to Mania, but Raw had the most going for it. And the rest of this SmackDown had matches that were just filler and just not good for our feeling of the show.
Yeah, I mean, Raw wasn't a very entertaining show as well, but it did a lot more for Mania. And this SmackDown, considering it was a live SmackDown and a one-off live SmackDown, it really wasn't the most entertaining show. I mean, it really had us fighting for sleep. Like I said, I don't know whether it's because it's the third night in a row we've been watching WWE TV on a very late night, but it really did lack entertainment tonight. It didn't do as much, in my opinion, towards WrestleMania, other than like the filler video packages and stuff, which just really isn't good enough at this point, in my opinion. So it really wasn't a very good show. In my opinion, it wasn't very entertaining, and it didn't do as much to Mania as Raw did, so I really did not... The shows need to be more entertaining, really. On the way to WrestleMania, God.
The fact that this is the SmackDown after the Elimination Chamber, it wasn't much of a follow-on, it wasn't really much of a hype towards WrestleMania, so in my opinion, I can't really grade this, because it really was a letdown of a show for me, even with the few segments that did justice, but just overall, it was a bad show.
Don't want to grade it either, mate. You guys let us know your thoughts on this live episode of SmackDown down in that comment section below, of course. And what's more entertaining than a Laurinaitis and Teddy Long face-off? I know what's more entertaining. It's NJ doing our outro. Take it away, NJ.
Thank you very much, people. And all I can say now is obviously tune in for our WrestleMania review, our Q&A review, and obviously TNA and ROH. And all I can say now, people, is please share your thoughts on this SmackDown in the comment section below. Until next time, people, from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, goodbye.